Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is April 22nd, 2023, and Barcelona have officially presented their feasibility plan to La Liga for approval. Also, it's reported that the club are very close to finalizing the transfer of Lenglet to Tottenham Hotspur. And finally, Julian Araujo could be leaving on loan this upcoming summer. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, I would just like to remind you to please hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel because it goes a long way in helping this small and humble channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or gear, make sure you hit the kickback. The link is down below in the description. And finally, tomorrow we're going to have the first post-match live stream. So as soon as the match between Barcelona and Atletico de Madrid ends, I will be starting a live stream to discuss everything that happened during that match, and hopefully we can get a discussion going. Now, having said that, let's begin with the news that Barcelona have released the squad list for tomorrow's match. And the players who will be participating in tomorrow's match are Marc Ter Stegen, Ronald Araujo, Sergio Busquets, Pedri, Robert Lewandowski, Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Iñaki Peña, Marcos Alonso, Jordi Alba, Frank Kessie, Frankie de Jong, Rafinha, Jules Koundé, Eric Garcia, Alejandro Valde, Gavi, Pablo Torre, Arnau Tenas, Alarcón, and Lamine Yamal. Now, as expected, both Pedri and Frankie de Jong have been included in the squad list after they received their green light, and they are now considered fully recovered from their injuries, and it's even expected that both players could start in tomorrow's match. And as also anticipated, Ousmane Dembele has been excluded from the squad list as it's expected that he's not going to be coming back until next weekend in the match against Real Betis. Now, another surprise in the squad list is that Xavi has called up Lamine Yamal from the Juvenil A, or the under-19 youth team. And that's, of course, very exciting news because, as I've said in my previous videos, Lamine Yamal is the crown jewel of La Masia, and many coaches are saying that they haven't seen quite talent like him ever since Lionel Messi. So I'm very excited to see whether Lamine Yamal will get his first minutes with the first team and what he will be able to do. Now, tomorrow's match will be a very complicated and difficult match for Barcelona. It's probably the most complicated match that Barcelona have left in the last stretch of La Liga season, because Atletico de Madrid are currently in very good form. They're probably the best performing team so far in La Liga since the end of the World Cup. And in fact, they have gone 13 matches, consecutive matches unbeaten, and they have gone 6 consecutive matches by winning. And Antoine Griezmann has found his form, and he's currently a very dangerous player with the Madrid-based club. Now, Real Madrid won their match today 2-0, so they have cut the distance between them and Barcelona to 8 points. So Barcelona need to win tomorrow to go back to that 11-point distance, because 8 points is not a lot, and that puts us in the red zone. And if Barcelona cannot add points tomorrow, it could give the hope or the motivation to Real Madrid to kick in high gear and try to catch up to us with only 8 matches left in this season. Now, hopefully with the reincorporation of Pedri and Frankie de Jong back in the midfield, we'll hopefully see Barcelona perform well and being able to defeat Atletico de Madrid at home at the Spotify Camp Nou. And hopefully we'll be able to take home those very 3 important points. Now, on to the news that Barcelona have officially presented their viability or feasibility plan to La Liga. Now, as we've been talking about these past few weeks, Barcelona were working on a feasibility plan to present to La Liga so they can get more room or breathing room to maneuver and sign players, and also to be given more time to reduce their wage bill by 200 million euros. In exchange, Barcelona would commit to a plan to bring back the club to good financial health by increasing the revenues through increased sponsorships, reducing the wage bill by offloading players, and by reducing the salaries of the high-earning players on the squad, and also by having budget cuts all across the club, not just the football team. Now, Barcelona have officially presented this plan to La Liga. Their initial plan was rejected by Javier Tebas and La Liga because they didn't think that it was possible for Barcelona to achieve everything that was on that plan. So Barcelona went back to the drawing boards and they came up with a new plan that they have now presented to the Spanish League. Now, Barcelona are expecting an official response by the beginning of May, and if this plan is approved, Barcelona will be given more margin to maneuver this summer, and they would be able to sign Lionel Messi and 4 other players, with 2 of them probably being Íñigo Martínez, who has already signed his contract with Barcelona, and İlkay Gundogan, who's in advanced negotiations with Barcelona, but is yet to finalize his agreement because he's not too sure about whether Barcelona will be able to register his contract. Now, as I just mentioned, Barcelona are going to have to offload players as part of their viability plan come this summer, and of course they are planning to offload all of their players who are currently on loan except for Abde. And speaking of those players, it's reported that Barcelona are in advanced talk to finalize the transfer of Lenglet. Now, Lenglet is currently on loan with the Premier League team Tottenham Hotspur with an option to buy. And it's reported that the English team are very happy with the French player, and that the French defender is also very happy with his role at Tottenham Hotspur. And as such, Barcelona communicated with the Premier League club a few hours ago to try to finalize the move of Lenglet. And it seems that the negotiations are going pretty well, and Barcelona are expecting to get around 20 million euros. It's not, that figure is not for sure, but Barcelona will definitely not accept anything below the 12 million euro mark. And they are anticipating around 20 million euros, which would go a long way in helping the club not only reduce their wage bill, but also increase their revenue as part of that feasibility plan that Barcelona have committed to. Now, as part of this viability plan, Barcelona are planning to generate around 100 million euro in player sales. And there's been a lot of talk in the media about Barcelona offloading Eric Garcia this upcoming summer. Now, given that so many reports that talk about Eric Garcia being for sale, I decided to touch on it once again, despite me mentioning this in yesterday's video. And I'm here to reconfirm or reiterate that Eric Garcia is not for sale. Now, Xavi seems to be very happy with Eric Garcia, and he counts on him, especially because his versatility, because in modern football, more and more coaches are now demanding that their center backs be versatile, and now there's less and less teams who want pure center backs who can only specialize in that position. And a prime example is, of course, both Jules Koundé and Julian Araujo, 2 excellent center backs who can also play in the right back position. And Xavi is very happy with Eric Garcia because he's a center back who can also play as a pivot. And there's now more and more need or more and more demand for center backs who are versatile and who can play in other positions, and Eric Garcia seems to be one of those players. And as such, Xavi counts on the player, and he does not want the club to offload him this summer. So all these reports talking about Barcelona offloading Eric Garcia in the summer is very far from the truth. Now, one player who could be leaving this summer is Julian Araujo, who Barcelona signed from the MLS team LA Galaxy. Now, Barcelona signed Julian Araujo this winter transfer market as a Barca Athletic player, with the idea that he could also train with the first team and maybe earn his spot on the first squad in that right back position. And even though it is reported that Barcelona are very happy with the player's adaptation to his teammates, to his team, to the city itself, and they're also very happy with his attitude and his hard work, but nonetheless, it seems that Barcelona don't think that Julian Araujo is yet ready to debut with the first team, and since they don't want him sitting on the bench the entire next season, Barcelona are now planning to send him on loan this upcoming summer. That way he can get exposure to European football, he can get more playing time, and hopefully that will prepare him to make that jump to the first team, and who knows, maybe even earn his spot as a starter in that right back position. Now, we will end today's video with 2 brief updates. The first one is that the Barcelona Femení defeated Chelsea 0-1 in the first leg of the semifinals of the Women's Champions League. And now the second leg will be on April 27th as Chelsea are gonna visit Barcelona. And hopefully if the Barcelona Femení win, they will be advancing to the final of the Women's Champions League for the 3rd year in a row. Now the second update is that Gabi, after that match in Getafe, became the youngest player in the history of the Spanish league to reach 50 appearances in the first division. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I would like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I would like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. And as always, peace, Barça.